Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike Payne. I'm a session guitarist based in Nashville. In this video, I'd like to show you some of my go-to ideas for creating fun, simple parts for songs. And you could use these in your own songs or if you're in a recording environment. Yeah, sometimes I'll be in the studio and a producer will be loving the track, but we'll both notice that it just needs a little something extra. And usually that means putting a little extra love in the high-end register and just a part that kind of helps to float and connect all the chord changes together. And these are really fun parts to put on. And I think Edge from U2 is maybe one of the best at doing this. It's one that comes to mind. So I put together a little sample progression for us. We'll be in the key of G, and our progression is just simply G, D, E minor to C. And we'll be using, well, let's just start down here for this, in this area here. And for the first shape I'll show you here is just a G chord. We're just going to play the top three strings though. So just G, D, G. And then over the 5 chord, or the D chord, we're going to play. Okay? So we have the major third, the F sharp, but we're also going to keep that G in there too, which gives us this really cool sus kind of vibe. And then we'll go to the E minor. Over the E minor, we're just going to go back to this shape again. So really it's kind of giving us an E minor 7 type tonality. And then finally for the 4 chord or the C chord, we'll be just doing this. All right, so just G, C, G. And I put together a loop, and I'll show you what I might do over this loop. Okay, pretty cool, right? I know these are ideas that maybe you've heard before, but in a track, it's amazing what just a little motion and, just some parts that kind of help to create connection between the chords without a lot of movement. That it can really be effective. So I'll just play this slow here. I'm doing. Okay. All right. So now you've got that down. Let's go up an inversion to this D shape inversion now with the G chord here. All right. So we just got have 5, 1, and the major third up there for the G, and then for the D major chord, we're going to drop the B down to an A, which gives us a D sus kind of a sound. And for the E minor, we'll come back up to this shape here. Simply just a G triad, which gives us an E minor 7 sound because of the D natural there. So, and then finally for the C chord, we'll have, right, we just pull that B up to a C, keep everything else the same. Okay, so here it is with the loop. Okay, and yeah, so just slowly I'll play this one again here. Drop that down. Back to the G. Okay? And so we're shooting for like minimal movement, but and keeping some of these sus notes in there as well, so that the notes sort of float around the chord changes, almost like what a B3 organ would do, to provide that connection between all the chord changes. So okay, now that we've got the second area down, let's look at one final area on the neck. And for that, we'll come all the way up here. And instead of playing just like a standard G major triad, one of the things I like to do up in this range is leave the 2, or the in this case the A, in the chord. So you have G, A, D. So it becomes like a G add 9, right? And then so for the D chord, we're simply going to drop there, and you have a basic, D major triad, 3, 5, 1, and then for the E minor, we'll come up right here. Here it gives us an E minor 7 sound, right? We have the G, the B, and the D, okay? And then for the C chord, we pull that B up to the C and keep everything else the same, and we have a C add 9. So those that's our shapes there, and let's fire up the loop. Okay? And I snuck in one thing there at the end. I realized, even over the E minor, you can still have that A note ringing out. And it creates like an E minor, I guess like an E minor 11 type of a sound, which when it's played this high on the neck over this progression, it has a cool color to it. So don't be afraid to experiment. And this is really just meant to be a kind of a starting point, because you can do so much within these shapes and within these triads. So and we don't have the luxury of having a vocal with us today. If we did, we could really tailor these notes to match up with the vocal pretty nicely. So these are just some concepts that I use often in the studio when I'm working fast and I need to just create a little energy, a little excitement in a track. And I hope that this has been helpful. Hope it helps you in your own songs. And I forgot to mention this earlier. I'm trying to do this more at the beginning of my videos, but please do hit the subscribe button. And I'd love to just stay connected and have you guys leave some comments and things you'd like to learn, things that you would like me to cover. And so thanks for tuning in, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one.